Everyone, welcome to the last January edition of the Friday Night Final. I'm Brad Johansen. Why have the Clones been so successful getting Cincinnati and to come see hockey? We'll have an inside look. Plus a pre-February taste of high school hoops. But we begin with a team that has collected 20 wins before Groundhog Day. Knocking off defending NCAA champs Louisville last night has the nation paying attention to a 13-game win streak. Mick Cronin's squad will likely crack the top 10 come Monday morning. Believe it or not, they were there for a week in December last season, but there is still business at hand. A meeting at Fifth Third Sunday at noon, rematch with USF after beating the Bulls 2 weeks ago in Florida by 7.
We ain't done. I mean, that's something that today was a good test for us, but we still got a lot more work to do, and we're not going to stop until we get to where we want to go. In that locker room, that's the only thing that matters on what we what we think of ourselves. I mean, we know that there are going to be a lot of naysayers in the area, but I mean, we just got to continue to keep worried about what we do and worry about what's really important.
The national respect came swiftly. ESPN.com's Jeff Goodman wrote, "Heck of a win. 20 wins, and we're not in February yet. May not be the most talented, but among the toughest." One of my colleagues at CBS Sports Network, John Rothstein, wrote, "Mick Cronin has taken Cincinnati from the depths of despair in 2006 to a program that will play in 4 straight NCAAs. Elite coach." Analyst Seth Davis called it big-time win. Bent but didn't break. Beat a good team on its home floor. I'm a believer. And some guy named Dick Vitale called it Fab Road W. Sean Kilpatrick, a real PPP. That's good stuff. Xavier isn't ranked yet, but what they are is what the selection committee takes a look at. They're 25th in the RPI. In the Big East Conference, 4th best RPI as conferences go. Practice today at Cintas Center, where the Muskies will host Seton Hall at noon. Xavier 4-0 in Big East play at home and have lost on the road to only Creighton and Providence. They've had 7 days off since losing to the Friars, and Coach Mack been working on some little things.
It's a little bit of just being undisciplined, you know, reaching when you shouldn't reach. Waving the white flag when the other team gets a defensive rebound and just say, hey, it's our turn to defend. We have to get back and not, again, gambling, being undisciplined, reaching, you know, moving our feet. It's a combination of everything. And, again, you know, we're not miles away.
Clones on the ice tonight in Toledo. They grab a 3-1 victory over the Walleye. Newcomer Brian Nugent with 2 goals. Cyclones return home tomorrow night to face Fort Wayne. It is Military Appreciation Night and Superhero Night. I mean, every night the Clones play, it's a night to appreciate hockey. At least that's what they're hoping. But as Mike Burke tells us, the marketing machine behind the Clones goes way beyond hockey to get you to watch.
From post-game fireworks to fan sumo wrestling on the ice to the Josh Hutcherson bobblehead night, the Cyclones always have a little something for everyone. And behind every promotion is team marketing director Sean Lynn.
Somebody's always doing something great, and it's our job to find what that is and kind of tweak it so that way it works here in Cincinnati.
Here in the Queen City, it seems to be working pretty well. Average attendance has been rising each year, and the team had a record-setting crowd of more than 13,000 earlier this season. But of course, there was a very special promotion going on that night.
There are certainly some eyeballs on Dollar Beer Night. People just absolutely love it.
But that's not a promotion the Clones care to replicate night after night. This team isn't after big-time hockey fans. They've already got those. They're not even after Bengals and Reds fans.
Skates cannot get the puck. McFadden will wheel back to get it in his own end.
When Nick Brunker isn't calling the games on radio, he runs the team's public relations office.
I think that we would all love to say hockey's the thing that we are pushing, but really it's the entertainment.
Goes down to Crowder. Crowder, backdoor, score!
So a win or a loss, it really doesn't matter because people want to come down here and they want to have a good time.
And one good time is all it takes.
You get somebody who's never been down here before into the building, they're going to be hooked.
And that's where the marketing team comes into play. You can't get hooked if you don't ever come inside.
The trick is really just connecting with really Mom. Make sure that she sees some value in what we're providing down here. A good time for her to bring her family, her kids, and making sure that they're going to have a great night out on the town.
What mom wouldn't see the value in a teddy bear toss for charity? At US Bank Arena, Mike Burke, Local 12 Sports.
Well, the weather lately may not give you the impression that we're getting anywhere close to high school basketball tournament, but it's coming. Good indication of how this season has flown by. Walnut Hills hosting Anderson senior night, needing a win to keep pace with Turpin atop the ECC. Anderson in town, all the seniors honored. All Walnut Hills. Caleb Trieger to Jordan Banks for 3. Banks will open tonight. Lots more to come off the Andrew Finley miss. Banks the ball, the board, the muscle away in. A nice floater. And then off the steal. Maceo T with the bucket and the battery. And more from Banks. A little corner 3. Walnut Hills cruising past Anderson. 83-49. Taft leading the Cincy Metro. Hosting Winton Woods. Senators getting to inside. Robert Smith for the easy deuce. Warriors looking to answer. Trayvon T in the lane. Turnaround J. Got it. Taft in transition. Turning defense to offense. The rip. The trip. Kenny Kaufman to the 10. A little contact. He looked at the ref. He wanted more. Winton Woods strong tonight. Ronnie Rousseau with 25 on the evening. The dish to Martin Jones for 3. Warriors get the win. 84-71. Lots of action tomorrow on the hardwood beginning at noon. Xavier hosting Seton Hall. Pete Gillen's back on the call on CBS Sports Network for that one. The tumbling Ohio State Buckeyes heading to the Kohl Center to take on Wisconsin. Miami hosting Eastern Michigan at Millette. NKU continuing their Florida road trip against Jacksonville, and the Clones donning Captain America jerseys for their tilt against Fort Wayne. I mean, that's worth a trip, isn't it? And now you're all set for the games tomorrow. I want to remind you, on Sunday, before the big game, UC Bearcats back on the floor at Fifth Third against South Florida at noon. I will have the call for you on that one on CBS Sports Network with Steve Wolf. Mike Burke has you covered tomorrow and on Super Bowl Sunday with the Sports Authority. Until then, you know what to do, don't you? Have yourself a weekend.